In summary, spiritual abuse occurs when a community is more vested in maintaining their norms than they are in acting as agents to facilitate relationships with God. When the revelation of God stands contrary to the deity whom they project, spiritually abusive systems worship at the altar of their self-created deity rather than turning back to the God of the covenant. I'm going to read that one more time because I like that sentence. When the revelation of God stands contrary to the deity whom they create and whom they project, a spiritually abusive community will worship at the altar of their self-created deity rather than turn back to the God of the covenant. Tradition is substituted for truth, and religion replaces relationship. Anyone with the audacity to seek a God bigger than the establishment is castigated or denigrated. This leaves the community disconnected from the truth and unable to provide anything more substantive than a momentary opioid euphoria. Some systems deny the need for discipleship that yields liberty. Other systems deny the need for liberty that yields relationships. Both systems create individuals who are dependent on the system for validation of spiritual worth and their self-worth rather than finding such affirmation in the loving arms of the God of the covenant. These systems, which are disconnected from the source, sustain themselves on the spirits and resources of those who believe themselves to be powerless. They offer such individuals the conditional security of the establishment rather than the prepaid power of the cross. It's no wonder that believers in these systems have such a that believers within these systems have such a radically different life experience than what God promises us in Scripture. Man can only relate with the God he can see, and when spiritually abusive systems present system dependency instead of covenant relationship, the proposition of a better, more fulfilling, restful, shame-free, empowered life seems fantastical. Independent of positive or negative experiences and considerations, there exists an absolute truth as to who God is. This truth can only be spoken of by God himself, and he has throughout history spoken his truth and given it to man so that way we can know him better and relate with him. He continues to speak today just as the devil continues to cloud men's hearts and minds. Let's leave remembering that God has a plan for man, and his revelation of himself is not changed by man's imperfections nor Satan's perversions. He is a loving God who sees incalculable value in humanity and has revealed himself in order to allow man to experience intimate fellowship and partnership with him.